In this question, the wire has a resistance R. It is cut into 5 equal parts. So the R changes to R by 5. Each part has a value of R by 5 ohm. We know that the resistance in parallel combination, the formula is 1 by R dash is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 plus 1 by R4 plus 1 by R5. So R1 equal to R2 equal to R3 equal to R4 equal to R5 is R by 5 ohm. Substitute here. So the formula changes to 1 by R by 5 plus 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 1 by R by 5. So again it changes to this denominator 5 will goes to the numerator. So the formula changes to 5 by R plus 5 by R plus 5 by R plus 5 by R plus 5 by R. 5 times 1 by R dash. So here 1 by R dash is equal to, denominator is same. So by taking LCM it becomes R. 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. 25 by R. If you are cross multiplying, this R will comes to the numerator. Here 1 by R dash, no? So R by R dash is equal to 25. So here it is asked. The question you have to find out the ratio of R by R dash. R by R dash is equal to 25. Okay, my dear children? In the second question, we have to find out which of the following terms does not represent electric power in a circuit. You already studied power is equal to formula V into I. So this formula is there. By substituting by Ohm's law, P is equal to V is equal to IR, we know. IR into I, that is equal to I squared R. So this formula is also there. Again P is equal to I is equal to V by R. So V into V by R, that is equal to V squared by R. So I squared R, V squared by R is there. So which formula is not there? P is equal to I into R square. This formula is not there for power. So this is the answer. Okay. In the third question, an electric bulb is rated 220 volt 100 watt. 220 volt means it is potential difference. 220 volt and the power is given as 100 watt. And what you have to find out there, when it is operated at 110 volt, what will be its power? From this value, from this potential difference and power, we have to find out the resistance R. In our houses, parallel combination is used. So, we know that the formula P is equal to V square by R. So, R is equal to V square by P. So, here 220 into 220 divided by power is 100. 0, 0 you will cancel. What is 22 into 22? 484 ohm resistance. This much resistance electrical appliance, that means electrical bulb. How much power will it consume when it is operated at a potential difference of 110 volt? It is asked. So again, how will you do it? Power P is equal to V square by R. Here power we have to calculate. Resistance of the bulb we found. So 110 into 110 divided by 484. Okay. So here you can cut with 2. 2, 4, 2. Here 5 into 2, 10, 55. Again 2, 1, 2, 1. Here 55. Here 11 into 11, 121. 11 into 5, 55. Here 11, 55 will cancel. So 5 into 5 you will get. 5 into 5 is 25 watt. So the power consumed by the bulb is 25 watt when it is operated at a potential difference of 110 volt. Okay. In the third question, an electric bulb is rated 220 volt 100 watt. 220 volt means it is potential difference 220 volt and the power is given as 100 watt. And what you have to find out there, when it is operated at 110 volt, what will be its power? From this value, from this potential difference and power, we have to find out the resistance R. In our houses, parallel combination is used. So, we know that the formula P is equal to V square by R. So, R is equal to V square by P. So, here 220 into 220 divided by power is 100. 0, 0 you will cancel. What is 22 into 22? 484 ohm resistance. This much resistance electrical appliance, that means electrical bulb. How much power will it consume when it is operated at a potential difference of 110 volt? It is asked. So again, how will you do it? Power P is equal to V square by R. Here power we have to calculate. Resistance of the bulb we found. So 110 into 110 divided by 484. Okay. So here you can cut with 2. 2, 4, 2. Here 5 into 2, 10, 55. Again 2, 1, 2, 1. Here 55. Here 11 into 11, 121. 11 into 5, 55. Here 11, 55 will cancel. So 5 into 5 you will get. 5 into 5 is 25 watt. So the power consumed by the bulb is 25 watt when it is operated at a potential difference of 110 volt. Okay. Next, fourth question. Two conducting wires of the same material and of equal length and equal diameter. Length and diameter are same, it is given in the question. Are first connected in series and then in parallel. You have to find out the ratio of the heat produced in series to parallel combination. Okay. Since the wires have equal length and equal diameter, we have to find out. You know that if two resistors are connected in series combination, RS is equal to, you know that R1 plus R2. Here the resistance R1 is equal to R2, we can take it as R. So here R plus R, 2R. Similarly in parallel combination RP means reciprocal. 1 by RP equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 is the formula. So 1 by RP is equal to 1 by R plus 1 by R. that is equal to 2 by R. So Rp equal to, just take the reciprocal R by 2. So if two resistors are connected in series, Rs is equal to 2R and Rp is equal to R by 2O. Parallel combination. What is asked? You have to find out the heat produced by the resistor in series combination to parallel combination. So first you can take a HS, heat produced in the series combination. What is the formula for heat produced by a resistor? You know that by Joule's law of heating, I squared RT. Remembering the formula? Yes. So HS is equal to I square, no? Instead of writing it directly, here we have to take one conversion for I. I is not given here, isn't it? So we are using parallel combination in our houses. So by Ohm's law we know that I is equal to V by R. Substitute here. HS is equal to V by R the whole square. R, yes, no? Here RS. RS means resistance in series. It is equal to 2R into T. V square, V by R the whole square. Here this resistance also in series, RS. So here you have to write 2R. V by 2R the whole square into 2R into T, that is equal to V square by 4R square into 2R into T. Okay, so here R will goes off to 2R, V square by 2R into T, V square by 2R into T for the resistance in, heat produced by the resistor in series. How will you find out the parallel combination? HP. HP means same formula, I squared RT. Here it is connected in parallel, so I squared into RT into T. Okay, here same again V by R you have to take V by R. Here RP, no? Instead of R, we can write it like this, V square by RT the whole square into RP into T. That is equal to V by RP. We know that it is R by 2. R by 2 the whole square into R by 2 into T. That is equal to, this 2 will goes to the numerator, 2V square, isn't it? So 2V square is 4V square by R square into R by 2 into T. R will goes off 2. So here the formula becomes 2V square by R into T, isn't it? 2V square by R into T. In this formula we have to find out the ratio of HS by HP. We have to find out the ratio of heat produced in series to parallel combination. Series, what is it? V square by 2R into T, 2V square by R. T will goes off, okay. So I am not writing T here, T will goes off. V square by 2R. So here you have to take just the reciprocal. Divided by 2V square by R means into R divided by 2V square. Okay, T will comes here, T will goes off. So R will goes off, V square will goes off. So that the answer will be 1 by 4. So HS is to HP equal to 1 is to 4. The heat produced by the resistor In series combination to parallel combinations, ratio is 1:4. Okay? Then you know that voltmeter is connected in parallel. In sixth question, it's a very important question. It is given that a copper wire has a diameter of 0.5 millimeter. 0.5 millimeter it is given. Can be converted into 0.5 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter. You have to convert it into SI unit. This can be easily written as 5 into 10 raised to minus 4 meter. 5 into 10 raised to minus 1. So it is 5 into 10 raised to minus 4 meter. Okay. And the resistivity of the material is given as 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 8 ohm meter. Okay. And diameter is given as 0.5 millimeter. And the resistance of the conductor, copper wire, it is given as 10 ohm. Here, first two sections are there in this question. In the first section, you have to find out the length of the wire. We know that the formula R is equal to rho L by A. For finding length, formula R A by rho, that is equal to R into, since the wire is in the form of a cylinder, R into pi, R square is the formula. If you are taking R, you have to take half of the diameter, no? So instead of R, you can write D by 2, the whole square, by rho. Okay, so it is equal to R into pi into D square, 2 square is 4, by 4 into rho. This is easy. Otherwise, 2.5 millimeter and all, if question come, you have to take the half. So this is easy method. You write D by 2 instead of writing R. Now you can easily submit the values of this. R is given as 10. Pi we already know 3.14 into D square. D square means 5 into 5 into 10 raised to minus 4. The whole square means 10 raised to minus 8. 10 raised to minus 4 into 2. Divided by 4 into, what is the value of rho? 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 8. 10 raised to minus 8, 10 raised to minus 8, it will goes off. Isn't it? So, here again, it is easy to convert 5 into 5, 25, 25 into 10 is 250. Isn't it? 250 into 3.14 divided by 4 into 1.6. This 1.6 you can write it as 16. That is 16 by 10 is 1.6. So here one more 0 you have to add. So 4, 6 4s are 24, balance 1, 10, 4 into 2, 8, 20, 6, 25 into 3.14 divided by 16. Okay, if you are cross multiplying or dividing it, you will get the answer as 122.7 meter. 122.7 meter. You can easily calculate by cutting or multiplying and dividing it with 16. You will get the answer as 122.7 meter. It is the length of the given copper wire. What is the another section here? In the second section, you have to find out how will the resistance change if the diameter is doubled. We know that R is inversely proportional to area of cross section. Here, RS inversely proportional to area is pi d by 2 the whole square, no? So here also R is inversely proportional to diameter. If the resistance is doubled, diameter is doubled, what will happen to the resistance, it is asked. So if the diameter is doubled means D becomes 2D. So let it be R dash. R dash is directly proportional to 1 by 2D. Here pi D by 2 the whole square, no? Isn't it here? So here 2D square, that is equal to 1 by 4D square. So the resistance changes to 1 by 4 times. If the diameter is doubled, the resistance of the wire, copper wire, will be 1/4 of its original resistance. It will changes to 1 by 4. That is R by R dash is equal to R dash will changes to 1 by 4 if the diameter is doubled. Okay. Next I am going to explain the 10th question. 10th question is, how many 176 ohm resistors you have to connect it in parallel when it is carrying a current of 5 ampere at a potential difference of 220 volt. That means how many 176 ohm resistance you have to connect it in parallel. So R is equal to, we can take it as 176 ohm. We already studied that the resistance in parallel, effective resistance 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus, we don't know how many numbers. So plus N by Rn. Okay, we don't know how many resistors are connected in parallel. So we can take it as N. N by Rn. That is here R1, R2, R3 is 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by 176 plus 1 by 176 plus N by 176. Okay. So we can take it as 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by Rp is equal to N by 176. So what is Rp? Rp equal to, just take the reciprocal 176 by N. Here Rp, B and I is given. So we can substitute the formula for Rp as V by I is equal to 176 by N. Okay. What is V? V is 220 by I is 5 ampere is equal to 176 by N. This becomes 5 4s are 20, 44. So 44 is equal to 176 by N. N is equal to 176 by 44. 44 into 4 is 176. So we have to take 4 176 ohm resistors in parallel to carry a current of 5 ampere at a potential difference of 220 volt. So how many resistors? 176 ohm resistor is needed. 4 176 ohm resistor is needed. Yes. 11th question. Show how would you connect 3 resistors, each of resistance 6 ohm. That is R1 equal to R2 equal to R3 equal to 6 ohm. Isn't it? So that the combination of the resistance, effective resistance is, first one is 9 ohm and second one is 4 ohm. So it is asked, no? So first, no, all the resistors are equal. So we can connect first 2 resistors in parallel. 6 ohm, 6 ohm. Then you can connect 1 6 ohm here. If two equal resistors are connected in parallel, no, effective resistance will be its half. What is it? You can write this formula as by if two resistors are connected in parallel, 1 by Rp equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Here two resistors 1 by R1 and R2, no? You can cross multiply and write the formula as Rp equal to R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. You can find it out by cross multiplying. R2 plus R1 by R1 R2 it will come. R2 plus R1 divided by R1 R2. 1 by Rp is this. Rp is just reciprocal. For two resistors only you have to take it, okay? That equal resistors 6 into 6 by 6 plus 6 is 12. 6 into 2, 12, 2, 3. See what is the half of 6? 3 ohm. So the effective resistance is 3 ohm. And this 3 ohm and 6 ohm, 3 ohm and 6 ohm are connected in series. So what is it? Rs is equal to 3 ohm plus 6 ohm. That is equal to 9 ohm. So we got the effective resistance as 9 ohm. If two resistors are connected in parallel and along with it one resistor is connected in series. So remember that children, if two equal resistors are connected in parallel, effective resistance will be its half. If two resistors, 2 ohm resistors are connected in parallel, effective resistance will be 1 ohm. If it is 10 ohm, effective resistance will be 5 ohm. For easy calculation, you have to keep this in your mind. Okay. What is the second one? Second, it is asked, said that how will you get the effective resistance as 4 ohm? How we will get 4 ohm? Here, 2 parallel and 2 one series we have connected, no? Let it be, we can see if two 6 ohm resistors are connected in series. Show means you have to draw it and show. 6 ohm, 6 ohm. And if we are connecting another 6 ohm in parallel to it. Okay. So that here 6 plus 6. You know that if two resistors are connected in series, you have to take the sum of it. Isn't it? Rs is equal to R1 plus R2. That is 6 plus 6, 12 ohm. This 12 ohm and 6 ohm. 12 ohm and 6 ohm are in parallel. Here different resistance value. It will not be equal to half. Here you have to take Rp equal to R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. What is it? 12 into 6 by, what is 12 plus 6? 18. 6 3s are 18. 3 4s are 12. And you got the effective resistance as 4 ohm. See, for 4 ohm effective resistance, we have to connect two resistances of 6 ohm in series and 1 6 ohm in parallel. Do it, show and draw it and show. Okay. 12th question. Several electric bulbs designed to be used on a 220 volt electric supply. So the potential difference is given as 220 volt. Are rated 10 watt. That means power of the bulb is 10 watt it is given. That can be connected in parallel with each other across the two wires of a 220 volt line if the maximum allowable current is 5 ampere. Question is how many 10 watt bulb we can connect. So if n bulbs are used, the power of the bulb becomes 10 watt into n. Okay. So we know that power is equal to V into I. How many number of 10 watt bulbs we have to calculate? So here we can write 10 watt bulb into n. 10n equal to what is V? 220 into 5. What? So n is equal to 220 into 5. This 10 will comes to the denominator. 0, 0 will goes off. What is 22 into 5? 5 into 2, 10. 5 into 2, 10 plus 1, 110 bulbs. 110, 10 watt bulbs should be connected in parallel, having a potential difference of 220 volt, and the maximum allowable current is 5 ampere. Okay, in this way you have to do it. Power of the bulb, you have to, if n number of bulbs is taken, 10n is equal to 220 into 5, n is equal to 220 into 5 by 10, 110 bulbs.